Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Friday evening, the work week is done, and I've got so much to do. But we've had a busy evening. We've went and picked up stuff from Kathleen's car, which is still not working. So guess who's the taxi service this weekend for her work? But at least it means she can get some work done, so that'll be good. Um, this evening, we are talking changes. And the reason we're talking changes is because there's a report in the media today about the increase in price of cocoa, which will affect the price of chocolate. As in, the price of cocoa has gone up 40% this year, and they're looking for it to go up a whole lot just in the next wee while. So, this means that the cost of chocolate is going up. And I was like, oh my goodness, I need to go and stash chocolate biscuits. However, when I was shopping last weekend, we went and did a quick shop, and I was like, oh, there's the double packet of the McVitie's chocolate digestives, which are normally my favourite. And it was a 266 gram pack, doubled up. So 2 times 266 grams. And it was £2.65. And I was like, And then I saw a biscuit that I really like, which is the Scottish Abernethy biscuits in a red packet. Now, they used to be comparable price-wise with the chocolate digestives. You know, they were quite an expensive biscuit. They were 59 pence a packet. I got 4. Because I do like my biscuits. I like having them at work for tea break, etc. And I like having them here for when I have tea in the morning, like mid-morning when I'm at home. But the price of the chocolate digestives was just getting a bit much. And it seems that that's going to continue to be the case. And I was like, right, what do I eat instead of chocolate digestives? And I eat Abernethy's, I like them. I also like plain digestives. So that led me to thinking and going, how have we changed our eating habits? Now, granted, it was the glorious payday today, and Kathleen got paid as well. So we had Chinese tonight, I have to admit. Hands up, we had Chinese tonight because we'd driven through to our car to get our stuff for work, and then we were coming back and it was wet and it was raining and it was horrible and it was dark. And she's like, do you want me to phone a Chinese? I was like, yep, go for it. So we did. But the amount of processed food that we used to eat has dropped considerably since I started prepping. We eat a lot more homemade food. We have a lot more veg, dried, frozen, etc. We have more things made in the slow cooker. We still have like pre-prepared fish, and we'll buy like pre-prepared burgers. I don't particularly make my own burgers that often. But basically, we're not eating the processed things like pizzas. All right, we still have some chicken Kievs, but not nearly as many as I used to have. But like chicken nuggets, chicken goujons, things like that, we don't have as many prepared foods. And we certainly, I mean, microwave meals just don't exist in this house anymore. They used to. I used to get them if they were reduced or if they were on special offer, stick them in the freezer to use. We don't do that anymore. I freeze my own meals. And I was like, right, if you can do that with your main courses, surely you can do that with your biscuits. So, we shall be trying to bake biscuits. Well, that's the intention, once I get time, you know, when I ever get around to the things I intend doing. But I have to say that, you know, if I, looking back, we have managed to change what we ate. You know, what we ate 3 years ago to what we eat now is just like chalk and cheese. So if things are going up in price like that, and as I say, the McVitie's I had given them a swerve when I was at the shops the last time, the chocolate digestives, and I got the Abernethy's. But I could make things. Again, struggling for time, but the intention is still there. And if I've managed to go from 3 years ago thinking I never had time to cook, and that's why we had so much processed food, and now I have found time to cook. Granted, the slow cooker, the dehydrator have made that much easier, because it's a case of, you spend a couple of hours slicing up your onions, putting them in the dehydrator, then you've got onions to go in the slow cooker for the next 3 months. It's a certain way of doing things. But yeah, I could do a couple of hours making biscuits. I can change the way that I do things. It doesn't sound easy, and I'm having the heebie-jeebies even thinking about it, but it can be done. And with the price of chocolate, I'm thinking I might have to just go and buy some cocoa powder or something, so that I've got the flavouring if I want it. Because there's only so many chocolate biscuits you can buy to stash, because they only last for so long, and then they go that white horrible way. And I know they're perfectly edible, but ew. So I need to be able to do that, and I can make my own macaroon bars. They're lovely as well. So yes, this is my thing, is changes. Look back to where you were 3 years ago, if you weren't a prepper at that time, or to before you started prepping if you're a prepping, or even just before you started stashing, if you don't consider yourself a prepper. But before you started giving yourself that cushion, did you eat much more processed food? And how do you manage to do without that now? Because if you can do without certain stuff, you can learn how to do without other stuff, or to make your own. And that's my wee plan, is, if you'd asked me initially, can I bake biscuits, can I bake cakes and things? No, I don't have time. If you'd asked me 3 years ago if I could make all my own meals and make my own freezer meals, no, I don't have time. And look what I've done. Look what you've done. Look what we've done. So we can actually do more than we think we can. And I think that's a fabulous way to start the weekend. Catch you later.